I would like to begin this video by quoting Tom Fudge, a radio host for KPBS, talking about California's religious diversity with the writer and photographer of The Visionary State, A Journey Through California's Spiritual Landscape, because it ties so well with my subject. You've probably heard people say that California is the land of fruits and nuts, and one of the nutty things about our state is its eccentric approach to religion. From Scientology to UFO cults to Jim Jones's People's Temple, our state has been home to people who believe in some very strange things. In my case study is no different. The subject I will be looking at for my religious case study is Unarius. You might be wondering what Unarius is. It sounds something like Unitarianism, but I assure you it's something different entirely. I had no idea who or what they were prior to doing any research into California's rich religious diversity. Let's cover the basis for this practice. Unarius was founded by Ernest and Ruth Norman in 1954. It started in LA and later moved to its currently headquartered city, El Cajon, California, and had its heyday in the 80s. The word Unarius is an acronym which is Universal Articulate Interdimensional Understanding of Science. Some beliefs covered by Unarianism are scientific in nature and include things like the conservation of energy. Some other beliefs, several that seem to be familiar with a lot of Scientology's views on life, include that you as a being are energy, and the energy that makes you is never destroyed, just changes in form. You possess a soul that has recorded data from past lives. To progress, one must record more positive actions than negative actions, and that negative acts must be compensated for by positive acts. They also believe that Jesus was a scientist who was attempting to show everyone the teachings the Unarians are currently trying to dispense. Furthering that point, Jesus was later reincarnated as the Unarian founder Ernest Norman. However, if you ask a Unarian what it is that they believe, you would most likely hear that the main tenets of Unarius is the contact with the Space Brothers and the millenarian prophecy that predicts a mass landing of starships from 33 different planets. Originally, they were supposed to land in 2001, but it's now postponed to a later unspecified date, as 2001 has come and gone. While it may seem a little different and oddly specific, California has come up with more diverse sentiments than that. Some would call Unarianism a cult or religion, similar to Scientology and Heaven's Gate. And I would argue that that statement is true in that it has a similar basis of Scientology's self-help practices and Heaven's Gate's UFO's ideology, but thankfully they show no signs of mass suicide. Unarianists insist that they are not a religion. Rather, they consider their teaching or beliefs as a science and insist that they practice a science, and that this science is a spiritual understanding of a high-energy physics and reincarnation. Now, why would you want to join this Unarius religion, scientific practice, whatever you want to call it, when there are others just like it that have seemingly failed, like Heaven's Gate, and there are also perfectly good other religions to join that are more popular and publicly accepted? Some would speculate that there's nothing to do in El Cajon that isn't gang-related, drug-related, or just crime-related in general. The truth is that in California, we believe that there is no religion for everyone. Everyone has their own specific spirituality. And Christianity and Judaism and Islam might not be for you. They don't believe that heaven is right for them. They want more of this imaginative utopian future, either in this life or the next, that will be more suitable for them. Some would say that these religions and practices are more about self-help than a belief in a higher divine being that will bring them to some elevated state. That's the great thing about California, though, is that you get to decide if you want to be a part of the more popular religions and be in heaven with a higher being, if that's what you believe, or you could be a Scientologist or a Unarianist and figure out that your past life are the source of your problems and be more fruitful in this life. So it's up to you to decide, and that's the great part about California and its rich religious diversity. Thank you.